I just graduated from the class of 2017 from Frostburg State University. Yay!
Preston McLaughlin has reason to be proud. At 64 years old, this Vietnam veteran fulfilled a lifelong dream to get a 4-year degree in fine arts.
It was fun coming here. Now I know that don't have a lot to look forward to much anymore because now I got to go to work.
He says he couldn't have gotten through the stress of going back to school as an older student were it not for the services he received at Frostburg State's Veterans Service Office.
I could come and tell what problems I was having at the time because there's nobody, a lot of my classmates weren't veterans. And, by me being so older, I really didn't have a network either. That was my network.
The center's primary goal is to ensure veterans are receiving their GI Bill or post 9/11 benefits.
Depending on how much time in service they have and how they were deployed or activated, they can get anywhere from 40% to 100% for the post 9/11 GI Bill.
Director Danielle Dabrowski says veterans returning to college have unique needs and challenges.
A lot of them have a lot of other obligations that a traditional student does not. A lot of them have families and children that they support, so they have to have a full-time job because they do get a basic allowance for housing while they're using their benefits under the post 9/11 GI Bill, but it's not enough to support a family on, and car payments and rent and whatever else they have.
Besides helping students with the maze of paperwork and the logistics of going back to school, the Veterans Center also helps students adjust to campus life and campus culture, an environment that's totally different from the military.
That's me. That's from when I was in Afghanistan. I went overseas to Afghanistan on a combat deployment in 2012.
Fast forward 5 years later, and now 28-year-old Zach Shoemaker is going back to school, a decision he made after getting laid off from several jobs. He's majoring in physical education with a goal of being a teacher. Ironically,
at the beginning of the semester, I was the first one in my class and had fellow students come in and actually thought that I was the one teaching the course.
It's a common feeling among veterans who go back to school. They don't fit in.
For me, it's all business. When you step on campus, I know what I'm here to do.
I think it's the maturity level, and I don't have everything figured out by any means, but working with 18-year-olds, if we get put on projects together, you can definitely see it.
Veteran Ryan Sinclair, who spent 4 years on active duty, is used to routine and discipline.
Being in the Marine Corps, you have to be 15 minutes prior to 15 minutes prior to 15 minutes prior. And I'll show up to class 15 minutes prior, nobody's there, the teacher's not even there. And then 30 minutes through the class, students roll in and they have headphones in, they're texting on their phone, their ringtone is all the way up, they sleep in class.
Beyond that, some veterans report it's hard to relate to classmates because they're haunted by memories from combat. The center provides not only counseling, but also camaraderie, much needed connection for student veterans.
I'm here on a day-to-day basis, and I interact with these guys who, they get it. They know, all of us know what each other's been through.
It's a far cry from the days that John Bambakis was walking on campus. After returning from Vietnam, like so many other veterans, he says he got a very chilly reception from most people.
The whole fact that this country was so divided and there was such an anti-war feeling. It's one thing to go against President Johnson and Secretary McNamara, that's one thing. But to go against the guys that were there that was hard for me to take.
With little support on campus, he almost dropped out of school, but he found his own way, majored in poli-sci, and ended up teaching at Frostburg University for 34 years. He's happy to see that younger veterans are now getting much needed support. His advice for Ryan and Zach?
Understand that there are people here to help you. Remember that this veterans are appreciated today, and that's the way it should be.
In Frostburg, I'm Nancy Yamada for State Circle.
In the last couple of years,